Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on September the 17th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll talk we'll look at our news first here. So today we had FOMC, and coming up here, employment numbers from Australia, as well as monetary policy statement from Bank of Japan. And then tomorrow, expect volatility. So basically with Bank of Japan monetary policy, we're expecting volatility in Japanese yen, as well as we have Bank of England monetary policy statement here. So at this point, I think it was today or yesterday, they talked about needing more stimulus. So excuse me, if more stimulus is needed so with Bank of England here, two things we have to keep in mind. First of all, with Brexit, we're getting close to the deadline there, end of December here. So if the Bank of England expresses concerns around Brexit, that will be negative for the pound. And if they provide more stimulus, so more monetary policy stimulus, that would be negative for the pound. It would be good for the stock market, but it would be negative for British pound. So currency prices tend to decrease when there is talk of more monetary policy stimulus. So that's something to bear in mind. So with the Fed today, I forgot to mention, so Fed didn't really do anything. The bottom line here is they're going to keep the interest rates low till 2023, which was to be expected. They haven't really provided any sort of, anything that's real in terms of forward guidance. They did say that more stimulus is needed, more fiscal stimulus is needed, so from the government. Other than that, they didn't really make any waves in the market. So this, they don't have another scheduled meeting here till after the November 3rd election. So that's for Fed. So I wouldn't expect any changes prior to that. With Bank of England here, this one we'll have to see. Like I said, expect volatility because there's more writing on this, and things have changed with Brexit now than last time Bank of England met. So this will be important because everybody will be looking at how is Bank of England going to handle the situation around Brexit. So that is important here. We also have US dollar data here, employment numbers coming up. So again, employment numbers are always important. We have Canadian employment numbers here as well. So positive employment numbers would be good for the stock market. They're likely to be overall good. So let's move on to our charts here. We will start with not with S&P 500. Stock market did drop today. So with Fed not really providing much guidance, we have seen that US dollar did okay. Our euro yesterday, we were looking for a drop. We got that. Now this is still bearish. I will look for a move back down towards this 1.1750 level here. So still bearish bias for euro dollar. Pound dollar here. We had talked about how this one may go up a bit more, which it did. It is bullish, so this one could go up another level back into this previous support resistance level at 1.3030 level. So bullish bias here. Expect volatility though, like I said, Bank of England, monetary policy statement, and all of that will make a difference here because we are heading right into end of the year here. Excuse me, Aussie dollar here. Aussie dollar hasn't really done much. It went up, and then we have a doji here. So bias here is bearish. We're likely to see a drop. It's just being held here right now. For last 2 days, it hasn't been able to go through the resistance level. Still very much range bound here. So I'm looking for a drop. So bias is bearish here for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar here, this one did go up into the next level here. Not looking extremely bullish by any means. Neutral bias. And with this one, I would look for a bit of a drop here as well. We may get a retest of the high, so that's something to bear in mind. But overall, as long as it holds below the 6760 level, which is the high here, I will look for a drop. So neutral, neutral to bearish bias here for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here. This one, price went and tested the support level here, wasn't able to break through. So we have two pins to the downside. We're likely to see price go up. Employment numbers are coming up from Canada tomorrow. That can change things, but right now we may see this is still range bound, and because price is rejecting the support level so many times, we may see a move back towards the resistance level here, towards the top of the range. So, excuse me, something like that. So neutral to slightly bullish bias here for dollar CAD. Now, Canadian dollar did okay today because oil went up, because the oil inventories, there was a drop in oil inventories, which pushed the price of oil up. But if a Canadian dollar here doesn't do, if the US dollar goes up tomorrow, then we are looking for dollar CAD to go up as well. All right, let's take a look at our silver, our commodities here, starting off with silver. Silver, this is completely neutral here. Price hasn't really gone anywhere. It opened and closed at exactly the same level. So neutral bias. What I would look for would be a retest of potentially 27.50. If it holds below, we're looking for a drop. Now, this is an important support resistance level. Should it go through here, then we could go all the way up into 28.50. So watch out for that. It has been making higher lows. So it could break to the upside. So watch out for that. So for now, neutral. Keep an eye on the resistance level at 27.50. And I'm going to mark the next level here, because if it breaks through, 28.30 is the next level. So that will be the target then. Gold here, gold still trading in this range here. As we can see, price tried and then failed. Now there is some bullishness in it, and there's rejection too. At this point, again, we have to see, can it break the resistance or not? So price fails to break the high, then we could see a move back in. But with this one here, we do have an overall big triangle, but then we have also seen price slowly making this move up. So it's been making higher lows, which means we could break out of this and go back up. At this point, we don't know which direction this is going to break out in, but if it breaks out through this resistance or through this trend line here, we are looking for further move up, and then essentially it could just continue up here. So right now, neutral. We'll just watch it and see how it plays out, and as soon as it breaks out, then we turn bullish on this. Oil here. Oil went up today because the inventories report that came out today, there was a drawdown, which means they didn't add more oil to the storage. They actually took oil out of the storage. So there was a drawdown, which is positive for oil. And as a result of that, we have seen the oil go up, and next target here, so bias is bullish, 41.40, and above that we have 42.20, so bullish bias here. In terms of the pullback, I would look at 40.50 and then a further move to the upside. So this is nice bullish candle here. So looking for a move back up. Copper here, copper not doing much. It's completely neutral here. We have pins on both sides, small candle body. With this one, neutral bias here. As long as it holds below this 3.05, we are still in this range then. So I would look for a range bound move here, looking for price to drop further here. So neutral bias here for copper. As long as this holds below 3.05, it's trading in a range and we would look for a move back into the range. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin looking bullish. It did come down, but we are back up, close back up. Now it is into strong resistance, so that's the only thing to watch out here. If it fails to go through this resistance, then there could be problems. But for now, this is looking bullish. Once it goes through the resistance, then we're looking at 11,400. But it gets stuck here. We are coming back down then, because the move then would be this here. So we could get one of these. So the target, so right now 11,000 is very important. As we can see here, price got stuck here before it dropped and now is retesting it from the opposite direction. And sometimes it can just stay below this level. If it does, then we're looking for a drop. But once it goes through, we're looking for 11,400. So excuse me, there is bullishness in this candle. So neutral to bullish bias for Bitcoin. All right, looking at our indices today, stock market here did not do so well. We see that price is trading in a range here still. It went right into the top of the range, into our resistance, and we have a bearish candle close here, a small but bearish pin bar, and this is rejection, so we're looking for price to drop back down. So the Fed didn't really do much to support the markets. Essentially, they're saying more fiscal support is needed. So the government needs to pass the stimulus package, which means they are not going to be doing anything more here. So bearish bias, do look out for a bit of a pullback before a drop. So this is bearish in terms of the targets here. The first target here is 3350 and then 3300. So this is bearish. Nasdaq here, same thing. We have a bearish engulfing candle here. So looking for price to drop further here. So again, look for a bit of a pullback and then a drop back towards the bottom here, 10,938 or 10,940. So bearish bias here in terms of first target here. First target would be 11,150 and then 10,940. Dow Jones here, this one as well, looking bearish. We see that price tried to push through the resistance, couldn't do it. And now we have a doji here, which is bearish here. So now I would look for, we can get a pullback into 28,250. And then if it holds there, I will look for a drop. First target is 27,670 and then 27,250. So bearish bias here for Dow Jones as well. DAX here, DAX also looking bearish. It hasn't really done much this week. So still holding below this previous support resistance level at 13,300. It looks like it's getting stuck in this range, which means we are looking for a drop back into the middle and then the bottom of the range. So 13,000 is the first target, and then we have 12,800. So bearish bias here for DAX as well. FTSE here. FTSE did try to go through the resistance, failed. We have a doji here and essentially looking for a drop. Now, the only thing to keep in mind for FTSE here would be Bank of England. If Bank of England talks about providing more support to the market, that would be good for FTSE. And so watch out for a positive reaction there, but expect volatility in FTSE because of Bank of England statement. So for now though, this is looking bearish. First target is 59.50, then 57.65, which is far away, but 59.50 will be the first target. And then the next one here, we have Nikkei here. Nikkei hasn't done much in the last few days here, and today's candle closes, there's no volume here. So today's candle close is completely neutral here. So since it's still holding below the high of the range here, I will look for a move back towards 23,290. Now, only thing here would be, again, we have Bank of Japan. Monetary policy statement right now, I am not expecting much to change, but again, central banks can move markets, so watch out for any sort of changes in terms of the monetary policy or forward guidance from the central bank, or Bank of Japan, I should say. If they express concerns about the state of the economy, then our Nikkei is going to drop. So for now, bias is neutral to slightly bearish, so 23,300. And then finally, we will look for Nikkei to make its way back towards the support level here. All right, so that's it for today. Any questions before we wrap it up?
No, that's good. Thanks very much.
Awesome. Perfect. So we'll wrap it up. And that brings us to the end. But before we wrap it up, just a reminder about the Turning Pro Challenge. We're doing a reset here, with this being the last quarter of this year. It has been an interesting year, so time for us to kind of get back on track here. Right now, so normally the Turning Pro Challenge is $9.97. The current price actually is actually, I'm mistaken there. It's $6.97 here. So you get a 30% discount on this. So you can basically join for $300 less here, or $200 less here. What does it include? We are going to do some live training. As soon as you start, you will have access to the Learn to Trade Forex course, but we'll be redoing the training. So every Tuesday, we'll have a live training session. So I will teach you the material. We're going to make some changes to the outline here. I'm going to add some more of some more, I should say, strategies to follow trends and so forth. But you will get access to this course that we have, Learn to Trade Forex course, which is $497 normally. And you will get the live training that we'll be doing. Plus, you will also get a full year's worth of access to Trade Vault. And this one normally is $127 a month, which means it's over $1,500 a year. And you get all of this for, so you get the $500 plus, so you get basically getting over $2,000 worth of material for $697. So this is really a great deal if you are interested in implementing. So this is, the focus here will be on teaching you the setups, understanding the market, but main focus will be on implementation. I find a lot of times people will learn stuff, so you know it, but you're not doing it, you're not implementing the stuff. So that's what the focus here will be, and that's why we're doing the reset. So we'll focus on implementation. Every evening we'll have live calls. So generally I put out the 5 or US dollar crosses information for free on YouTube, but I actually do way more than that every day. So I only put a small portion of that for free. So if you're part of the Trade Vault, you will get access to all the pairs that I look at, or the analysis for all the pairs that I look at. You will also get a spreadsheet every day from me with trades that I am looking at, and recommended trades that I am basically following. With that, we will have profit targets and all of that as well. You will also be part of a private Facebook group, and you will get coaching there as well. Every Friday morning, we do a coaching call. So whatever you're struggling with, whatever your questions are, this will be a time to get mentored by me and ask all your questions. Plus the Facebook group, there are others in there, and it's a very supportive group there as well. And so basically you get all the training, you get support with implementing, you get the analysis, and you get mentoring with me as well. So all of that, oh, actually I totally forgot. And because I want to encourage implementation, again, I find people can know the stuff and yet not put it into practice. So in order to motivate everyone to implement what we are learning here, I'm offering 3 different prizes. So basically the prizes will be for, so you'll have to declare your targets so basically once when we start. So if you want to make 100, your goal is 100 pips a week or 50 pips a week, whatever, you set your target. And what we're trying to do is meet that goal. So we don't want like 2,000 pips in 1 week and then negative 5,000 in the other week. All we want to do is have that steady flow of money coming in. So we're not taking ridiculous chances and crazy risks. So the idea is to basically be consistent. Focus will be on consistency more than the amount of money you're making. And for this, you do not need a live account. You can practice in the demo account as well. So it cannot be any easier, but you have a chance to win 3 prizes. $3,500 is the first prize, second prize $1,500, third prize will be $500. So if you are interested in this, I would, or if you're interested in improving your training, because trading, that's really the focus of it, and you want to become more consistent with your profits, this is the place to join. You can go to tradingwithvenus.com/courses. And when you go to checkout, put in the coupon code, we got this. And that's where you will get your discount. So the price actually is $697. I didn't, my calculations are a little off there. So it'll be $697 here, you get 30% off. And this promotion is only valid till the end of this week, because then we will dive in. And if you join after, the price will be regular price of $997. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading week. So I hope to see you here in the challenge, implementing everything you've learned. All right, I will see you later. Bye for now.